It seems like there isn't a single day going by where Kim Kardashian doesn't get herself in another drama, whether she is doing it herself or other people are getting her involved into it. And this time it was no other than the comedian Katt Williams. However, this time it seems it was more than just comedy. And in his latest interview with The Breakfast Club, he went on and said some things about Kim that made her absolutely mad. Basically, he shared his opinion about every single aspect of Kim's life. And let me tell you, the opinion he has of her is not very good. He talked about her marriage to Kanye West, the way her body looks, all the stuff she is faking, and the list just keeps on going. As you can imagine, Kim didn't let this sit on herself, and she went incredibly mad at all the allegations Katt Williams has made about her. But what exactly did Katt Williams say? What did he expose? And most importantly, how did Kim Kardashian react and try to defend herself? This is exactly what we are going to find out in today's video. So make sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss a single juicy detail. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with every celebrity drama. As I already said in the intro, in his latest interview in The Breakfast Club, Katt Williams and the moderator, who is no other than Shannon Sharpe, started talking about Kim Kardashian, and he shared some not-so-nice things about her. Ever since that interview was released, the entire internet started talking about it, and in the world of Hollywood, it has the potential of being one of the most viral interviews of 2024. Even though it's just the beginning of the year. While it's important to mention that he did not only talk about Kim Kardashian, but also made fun about other celebrities, it's safe to say that the things he said about Kim Kardashian have definitely been the one he was the most serious about. So let's get right into it. The first thing he talked about was Kim Kardashian's body. The first thought he shared there was that he simply cannot understand why people are obsessed with Kim Kardashian's body, especially the part about her body she is insured for $21 million. For the ones of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's her butt. And there he is right. Ever since Kim Kardashian posed for the Playboy, people have been obsessing about her butt, especially how huge it is compared to her waist. However, what I personally don't see anymore is that people are still talking about it, because over the years it got less and less interesting. Anyways, regarding that specific body part, he has a very strict opinion, and said that in his opinion looks fake. But that was not the only thing that he had in mind about it. In the manner of a typical comedian, he also had a very funny, but at the same time not so nice way to describe this body part. He described it with the following words: "It looks like a trash bag full of cottage cheese." And as you can imagine, people online believed it was hilarious. In fact, I believe that almost every person thought this was funny, except Kim Kardashian. But we are going to talk about her reaction in just a second. But her butt wasn't the only thing he started criticizing. The next thing he was talking about was how Kim is always doing the same thing to get attention. And looking at it, he is kinda right. More than a decade ago, Kim found out how she is able to get a ton of attention by people, which is simply to be extremely polarizing. And ever since then, she is doing the stuff over and over again. Some examples would be to show herself in very revealing clothes, to say something controversial, spark dating rumors, or to start a drama with someone that is also famous. And just think back, this is really how she was able to keep the attention on her person extremely high. Does she make some people incredibly mad at her with this? Sure, but at the same time she also doesn't care because this is how she is making a ton of money and stays relevant. And Katt also had his own opinion on the strategy, if you want to call it that. During the interview, he compared her to a hamster on a wheel who keeps doing the same thing over and over again. He then went on and talked about her marriage to Kanye West, and that the divorce was actually no surprise. Now, just as a side note, he also said a ton of stuff about Kanye West, where we will probably also see a reaction from Kanye in the future. But just to tell you what he has said about Kanye, let me give you the 30-second rundown. When they were talking about Kanye, Katt started by saying, "I suspect that we're pretty awful people if we say that somebody got a mental illness, and then we watch what they do." Then he continued by saying, "If you say somebody has special needs, then why would you be watching them and holding them accountable like everybody else? Wouldn't you grade them on a curve? Wouldn't you go, woo, this guy?" And this is what upset quite a few people, because he compared Kanye with someone that has special needs and that he isn't a normal human being, like everyone else, just because he thinks a bit differently and does things not like everyone else. But Williams didn't stop there, and he pointed the finger to the audience and said, "What are we reacting to? You are the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. You're the one that told the guy that writes musical lyrics that he was a genius." And to get back to Kim, he then also started talking about Kim's and Kanye's marriage. First, he addressed that it's Kanye's fault that they divorced because he knew who he married, and then he went on to describe Kim with a not-so-nice word, which I'm not going to mention here. However, in the next sentence, he then went on and said, "I didn't mean it like that. I mean, he married her because she was one, not that he didn't know. He understood that he wanted that. He courted that. That's what he wanted to base his family on." And then, in his typical comedian style, after he said something he probably meant pretty seriously, he then put a joke behind this whole thing and said that Kim and Kanye are not a good match and that Kanye is crazy. In the following, he said that he is the only person who can make Kim Kardashian look smart, and he is the only person who can make Kim Kardashian look like a good mother. And this has already been a pretty hard hit, to say that about someone's marriage, without being in very close personal contact. Or let me correct that, in my opinion, you shouldn't say that about someone even if you are in personal contact. And from this point, the rant from Katt only gets worse, and he kept talking about Kim Kardashian and her career and how awful the whole thing is, especially that they have such a big audience. In the next moment, he talked about the fact that Kim Kardashian is an actual lawyer, and that he believes that this is not cool for everyone that is a real lawyer. In case you didn't know it, in 2019, Kim announced that she was studying to become a lawyer. And in a follow-up post, she revealed that she had already registered with the California State Bar in 2018, and that for the next 4 years, she would be at least 18 hours studying law and take monthly written and multiple choice tests. 2 years later, in 2021, she said that she failed one exam 3 times in 2 years, but that she eventually passed the test, and that there is only one more test ahead of her, and she will be able to be a full-time attorney then. As you can imagine, the opinion online was kinda mixed about this entire thing. While some people believed that it was actually a testament of Kim's hard work, others made fun of it. And as you can probably also imagine, Katt Williams was one of the latter. He believes that Kim Kardashian becoming a lawyer is the worst thing that ever happened to the justice system, and that she is a disgrace for the profession of being a lawyer. And if this entire rant about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West didn't make his opinion clear enough, at the end of his rant, he stated his final opinion on the entire situation, and he said that he doesn't care about Kim and the entire Kardashian family, but he hopes that in the near future, they would disappear from the media altogether. He believes that the entire family are a waste of time and space, and that they are a bad influence on the society. Now, the reactions online are again mixed. While a lot of people believe that he went way too far, there were others that had exactly the same opinion. For example, one fan wrote, "Even though he said it in one of the harshest ways you could say it in, did he lie in it? I mean, Kim is doing the same thing to stay relevant, and every time she feels like there is not enough publicity around her, she gets naked. Playboy, the tape in Kanye's music video with the motorcycle, I don't remember the name right now." However, as I said, not every fan was on Katt's side, and for example, one fan wrote, "I usually find Katt Williams hilarious, but this time, I think he crossed a line. Criticizing Kim Kardashian's appearance in such a harsh way just perpetuates body shaming and sets a bad example." Or another one that wrote, "I'm all for freedom of speech and comedy, but there's a fine line between humor and outright disrespect. Katt Williams' comments about Kim Kardashian's body were uncalled for and contribute to the toxic culture of shaming women's bodies." Or in the last comment, someone wrote, "I'm really disappointed with his comments about Kim Kardashian. Comedy shouldn't be about tearing down someone's appearance. It's one thing to poke fun at celebrities, but it's another to make hurtful comments about their looks." So as you can see, people are kinda mixed. But what does Kim say? Well, according to an insider close to the Kardashians, she is extremely upset about these comments. So upset that she doesn't even think that she should publicly make a statement about this. But behind the scenes, she is raging that Katt is taking so much time out of an interview just to tear her and other celebrities apart. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm a bit split on this entire situation. Because on the one side, Katt is talking about a few things people have been thinking about the Kardashians for a very long time now. Especially because so many people can't understand why the Kardashians are famous. However, I'm really not a big fan of disrespecting someone and making fun of their life choices, and I know Kim is a hard example there. But in general, I do think he could have said it in a way that was less disrespectful. Now, regarding his comments towards Kanye, I'm not entirely sure if I'm seeing it too strict here, but I really don't believe that Kanye is as insane as he portrays him here. And I also don't like the mental health joke, because everybody who is struggling with this in his life or knows somebody who does know that this is not something you should be making fun of. But I'm super interested in hearing your opinion on this entire topic. Do you believe that Katt went way too far when it came to the stuff he was saying about Kim Kardashian, even though he had some valid points? Or do you think that he should have either said nothing or in a nicer way? Let me know down in the comments, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you never want to miss another celebrity drama. With that being said, thanks for watching, and until next time.